It's November 5th and you're watching the Flyover on SuperTraderTV. I'm your host, Sofia Tupolev. Our show today takes you to India, where big things are happening for gold. According to the Indian Ministry of Finance, India has launched its first ever national 24-karat gold coin today, and that's not all. The country is actually replacing its 16-year-old so-called gold monetization scheme with their new gold deposit scheme. This means that resident Indians can actually open bank accounts denominated in gold and bearing interest in gold. You've heard of keeping cash under the mattress. The World Gold Council estimates at least 22,000 tons of gold are held in Indian private homes and temples. This is, of course, not official data, but to put that in perspective, nearly 558 tons are held by the Reserve Bank of India. Those are the 11th largest gold holdings worldwide. Now, the government's actions are an attempt to, quote, mobilize idle gold in households and temples and to meet booming demand for gold in India, all the while reducing Indians' reliance on gold imports. India is the largest importer of gold in the world. Now, the other thing that India is doing is issuing sovereign gold bonds. That means it's raising money by taking loans from the population. These bonds are denominated in grams of gold, with 1 gram as the basic unit. They are restricted to resident Indian entities. Now, what does all this mean? It does not mean that the Indian government is criminalizing the holding of physical gold outside of its banks, like the US did in 1933. But the government does want households and temples to put their gold into the banking system. In India, gold now pays interest, can be used as collateral, and can be borrowed. We'll be watching what's next for India's gold policies in the coming months. That's our show. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Sofia Tupolev. See you next time on The Flyover.